Hey, Dr. Tyler Williams at Pinecrest Dental. Thanks for being here for this video. Today we're talking about 3 different books that I've been reading and studying lately and have had a big influence on some of my thinking. I want to share those with you in case you may find them helpful for your family, your personal life, your business, your career, whatever it may be. So the first one is called Everyone and Everything Grows. And this is a really quick, easy, short book. It's by Dan Sullivan, and it's less than 100 pages, has a lot of pictures in it. What I like about it is it's a very positive book about ever expanding your life and your future and the organizations you're part of or your family or your goals. And, a lot of times in adulthood, we think that, we're getting old or there's less ahead of us, or, we've been there, done that, and that we can't do as much, or we can never be as strong or achieve as much or attain as much. And the whole point of this book is that with a growth mindset and a purpose mindset, that you're always expanding everyone and everything around you. And I really like it because from my view, it's going to be a long time, if ever, that I retire, right? Meaning that what I currently do today will likely change, but the way I do it or the involvement I have will never go away, or never completely go away, right? Because when you have a purpose and something that you're aiming for and always striving to do more, there really is no reason to retire, because that's going to keep me young and full of energy. And it's been proven in studies that when we aim for goals and try to achieve things, it actually gives our life more purpose and more happiness and keeps us healthier along the way. So I highly recommend this book. Check it out. You can order it online. We usually have a couple extra copies at the office, so if you want to borrow one, just give us a call or shoot us a text. Second book is called Dopamine Nation, and this is a really fascinating view from a doctor in the Stanford medical system. And she's a therapist, and she would find that when she would work with her patients, that people who had constant pursuit of pleasure actually had less pleasure, right? And so it's shown that if our minds constantly have these hits of dopamine, that enough is never enough, and that we need to go through some pain in life and struggle sometimes, and have times when there's quiet, or times when we're not always being entertained. And I think that's a big problem today in our world, especially with mobile devices, is they're constantly going off. For me personally, I've had to learn how to turn my mobile phone, for example, turn it on to some different settings so that on the evenings and weekend I'm not getting alerts for emails or messages, or checking on things with my lab, or orders, or new articles being published in different research journals, and all these kind of things that have their place. If they're coming at us all the time, it can really tire me out. I have to have that clear separation. And highly recommend Dopamine Nation, especially if you have anyone in your life that has any problems with addiction or mental health or unhappiness. It really puts a lot of that in perspective, and you might be able to get some things from this where you could truly help someone out in your life or in your community feel better or improve from where they're at. The third book that I'm reading, studying this month is called How to Be a Great Boss. It's by Gina Wickman. And they have this model called EOS. It's the Entrepreneurial Operating System. But essentially, How to Be a Great Boss is really good for anyone in a manager or a leadership position. Or even if you're part of some type of nonprofit or something in your community, there's some really good tools inside of this book that can be really helpful, and they've helped us. And it really helps you establish the idea of something that I really agree with, which is, managing people really isn't a good way to achieve anything great or do more. When you manage people, too easily turns into micromanaging, which none of us like to be micromanaged. And so the point of this book is that you manage processes, you manage results, you manage monitoring certain numbers. For us, it might be making sure that our implant lab cases are on time, or that when we have a patient getting veneers, that everything's scheduled out. So we manage those numbers and that process. But if I try to manage people too much, then it really puts them in a position where they can't grow and they can't learn. And in How to Be a Great Boss, it talks a lot about using ways to measure the improvement. And then, we're comparing to our best self and moving forward. And so it's been great for me to have some of my team members who are in management roles to be able to then further help other members of the team grow, and really focusing on creating an environment where each individual on our team manages themselves, but then the manager, in essence, leads the process and helps them succeed. So those are some book recommendations I have. Check them out. I think you'll find they're helpful for you and, whatever organization or thing you're working on in your family. I think there's some good nuggets in there, and hope those help. Love your feedback. To hear more about it, have a great day, and thanks for watching.